I'm not quite sure how to respond. You're all sitting in the front. You're throwing me for a loop. Oh, that's great. So I remember a day when my youth pastor and I, when I was in high school, we were talking about how if we ever get the opportunity to design and build a sanctuary, we're going to build it with revolving pews, so that when the service goes to start, the front pews sink down into the floor, and the back pews move forward, and then the front pews come up into the back, just to try and move things forward. No, that's great. That's great. Again, good morning. It is a beautiful day and a wonderful day to be worshiping together. A couple of things I would like to remind you about as we begin. There are registration tablets in your pew. If you could let us know that you're worshiping with us by filling that out, passing it down the pew so that others can fill that out as well. Also, we have prayer request cards that are in your pew. If you have a prayer request that you would like us to pray for this morning, please take that card, fill it out, pass it to the center aisle, and an usher will be by to collect those during the first hymn. All right. Very good. So announcement-wise, did you? Sure. I think that the more the better. We have one right here.
Which will be, you don't mark anything, it's make an offer sale. And it will be August 12th, so put that on your calendar and start cleaning out your closets, your basements, your attics, your crawl spaces, your garages, whatever, because we need as many items as we can get so we can make some money for this church. There will be a pie and coffee sale, so if you want to bake a pie, please contact Karen Hoffman. She will be in charge of that area out here in the courtyard. And hoping I can talk to the Thiel family and maybe see if they'll have a lemonade stand so we can have something cold to drink. So no clothes. Other than that, there's no restrictions, but farm machinery down to small stuff.
No clothes. Let's clarify that. So come dressed. Come dressed, but let's not sell clothes. Yeah.
As red as my jacket.
That's great. That's great. Thank you very much, Kate. There's no better time than now to start cleaning those things out. Very good. Thank you for that. All right, so I would like to just put another plug out there. Don't forget that this week, the week that we are in, is going to be annual conference, which means the UMCOR kits and the materials for those kits we are taking with us to Billings this coming week. So if you have any items that you still want to give to get up to Billings so that they can get to Salt Lake, please drop them off at the church. And between Diane, Steve, and I, we'll figure out how to get all of that stuff up there. So
they need to be here Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday at the very, very latest. Tuesday at the very, very latest.
I need to mention that Mary Ruth Williams brought this beautiful poinsettia, Christmas poinsettia, that is just blowing its little heart out. So she brought it from Pentecost Sunday.
Oh, wonderful. Did you keep this alive from Christmas? I will try to stand as far away from that as possible because for some weird reason, just my essence around the plant makes it shrivel up.
It's our Pentecost poinsettia.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us. Yeah. Oh, thank you. All right. So the one thing that I do also want to make note of is Vacation Bible School is coming up. And we are still in need of help with some items during that week. So if you go into Wesley Hall, on the wall there, where all of the announcements and information is, there is a red cape that still has, I think there's 3 or maybe 4 items that are still needed for Vacation Bible School. So I would just really encourage you that if you haven't had the opportunity to grab one of those yet, please do. Please grab one of those and help out. All right. Very good. Those are all the announcements that I have for us this morning. Have you noticed that there is a lot of red?
Yes.
And a lot of flames, because we are on fire this morning. I've always thought it very appropriate. Today, we in the church calendar, we are talking about and we celebrate Pentecost. Now, Pentecost for us is that moment in time when the Holy Spirit came like a rushing wind into the upper room and filled those that were in there. And we will hear in the story that flames of fire were dancing on top of their head. And I've always wanted to figure out how to create that. without burning the top of my head. CGI. But we get this beautiful picture of the flame, and the flame representing the Holy Spirit, which to me is one of the reasons why I appreciate the United Methodist Church's logo so much. Because it's simple, and it's elegant, and it communicates, in my opinion, some of the most important doctrine that we believe as Christians. The cross, which reminds us of Christ and overcoming evil, and the flame, which represents the Holy Spirit working within inside of us. This morning, we are looking at Pentecost and that rushing wind that comes in that set the early church ablaze and on fire to be able to do the work that Christ taught them to do. So I would invite you to stand as you are able, and let's join together in praise, thanksgiving, and worship.